Tomb Raider Anniversary is a game that I bought because I missed out on the original series on the PlayStation. This remake of the original Tomb Raider starts with Lara being hired by generic important woman, Natla, to find an ancient artifact called the Scion. Great! So, with direction in hand, we get to travel to all sorts of ancient ruins in search of plot devices. The areas in the game are pretty diverse, from Egyptian ruins to tiny, crappy crawl spaces to huge open areas full of detail. For me, the best parts of Anniversary were easily these sections. The large areas usually come with a puzzle of epic proportions to solve before you can advance, and the solution always involves some platforming, which, by the way, is great fun, and that's exactly what I expected when I bought the game. If you're using a mouse and keyboard to play, the controls are great, and I had no problems playing through, but I would recommend a gamepad because the analog controls make Lara's movements more refined. The game is broken up by welcome combat sections with enjoyable mechanics. Active dodging kicks up the pace along with a fancy way of finishing enemies off, though sometimes enemies will be unable to reach you and they'll do nothing about it, making the gameplay a little bit easy. If for some reason you need to cool off after one of those tough sections, there's a few areas that you can take a dip into, quite literally. And these water areas don't annoy me in the slightest, which is impressive enough, but they also look great on my machine and can often lead to some secret areas, though bear in mind that they didn't really get the water amazing until Tomb Raider Underworld. In these secret areas you'll often find artifacts, health packs and ammo hidden all over the place, and sometimes just in plain view, and I found myself going out of my way all the time to go and get them all. If you're lucky enough to find a relic, then good for you, but that's all I'll say about those. If subtlety isn't quite your thing, then you'll be happy to know that there's quite a few boss fights to go through. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the constant QuickTime events in all of the cutscenes, which, by the way, result in instant death if you fail, but the bosses are pretty entertaining and I do welcome them. If there's one problem that I've had, it is the occasional glitch. Sometimes Lara flat out refuses to grab a ledge and she will fall to her death, quite stupidly. Once, a wolf even got stuck on nothing while it was charging at me, which made the combat quite simple, but removed the challenge. Luckily though, the checkpoints are great, so if you do get gypped out of a jump, then you don't have to redo much. All in all, the game's great, and if you've never played any of the Tomb Raider games, then I recommend this one, to start with anyway, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. I'm MagicalMike, and I'm Quids In with this game. Cheers.